Blackstone Audiobooks presents The Hanging in the Hotel, a Fethering mystery by Simon Brett. This book bears the following dedication: to Sophie and Jeremy with lots of love. Chapter 1. As the taxi entered the gates, Jude looked up at Hopwick Country House Hotel, a monument to nostalgic pampering. The mansion had been built in the early 18th century by George Hopwick, a young baronet who had increased his considerable inheritance by the successes of his plantations in the West Indies, or, in other words, by his profits from the slave trade. The main building was a perfectly proportioned cube, the ideal echoed in so many late 20th century developments of exclusive Georgian townhouses. The elegantly tall windows on 3 floors at the front of the house looked down from the fringes of the South Downs across the bungalow and greenhouse-littered plain around Worthing to the gunmetal glimmer of the English Channel. Stabling and utility buildings were behind the house, neatly shielded by tall hedges. The hundreds of acres in which George Hopwick had built this testament to his taste and opulence had been sold off piecemeal for development over the centuries, and at the beginning of the 21st only a 4-acre buffer protected the upper-class elegance of the hotel from the encroachments of the ever-expanding English middle classes, and also from the encroachments of the present. Even the brochure read, "Leave the 21st century behind when you step through our elegant portals." It's remarkable, Jude thought as the taxi nosed up the drive, how much nostalgia in England is for things that never existed. To escape the present, the English like nothing better than to immerse themselves in an idealized past. She felt sure that the people of other nations, or other nations whose peoples could afford the luxury of self-examination, also venerated the past, but not in the same way. Only in England would the rosy tints of retrospection be seen through the lens of social class. The taxi crunched to a halt at the farthest point of the gravel arc, which went on round to rejoin the road at a second set of tall metal gates. The semicircle of grass that the drive framed was laid out as a croquet lawn. Jude paid the driver, without calculating how large a chunk that would take out of her evening's earnings, and hurried through the classical portico into Hopwick Country House Hotel.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?